Canada.
We got tonight, Les.
Who needs tomorrow?
Sing it, Les. Night, babe. Why don't you stay? Alright, Thursday the 2nd, and just around 4:30 in the afternoon, and we're back up at Les's shop. And we're going to start on part 3 of his teardown of his 76 TR6. And we're going to continue on working on the interior bits. And I did bring a socket to get that steering wheel off. I did bring a punch to get the pins out of the door handles. So we should be able to do that. And then we're going to try to get that center console off and out of there as well. Who knows, we might even get the whole dash out. We'll see how we do. But that's the focus for this afternoon's entertainment. Right, Les?
You betcha.
He's still on his union break over there. He hasn't finished his coffee yet, so hopefully he'll be done soon. I'm going to start without him.
Coffee's over!
Alright, Les has got the passenger side door panel off, and it's too bad I didn't have the video camera going, but we know this is a PG friendly environment. So yeah, I had the joy of getting these little pins out of these holes, and managed to, I don't know if this one was cracked before Les got to it, but this one is in good shape. So there are the 2 pins that he got out. So now he's going to, based on the success of his passenger side door, he's now going to do the driver's side door. And he cut off the pink tiles first, which will give him a little bit more room to pull those pins out. So making a mess. I'm working on the steering column bolts, and there's these little dome-headed bolts, which are always fun to get off. My 73 didn't have these domes. I guess these are called tamper-proof. But anyway, we're just working on the on this car. One was pointing up, and the other one was pointing down. So I'm working on the down bolt right now. Okay, Les, what did you want to say?
Today is April the 2nd.
Yes, it is.
Not April Fool's Day.
Okay.
On April the 2nd, we're
remember, this is PG content.
on the TR6.
Don't go off on a rant or something.
I've just taken the door handles hardware off for you, Dave.
Wait a minute. This is your car, first of all.
You've decided.
I'm the project manager. I told you to take the door handles off, so you've taken them off. Good for you.
No,
now
right.
Go on.
Project coordinator.
Go on.
Not manager.
Project manager.
Not manager. There's enough managers in
Listen,
the world.
You want me to take you outside?
Now, you decided to take off and screw around on the front part of the engine.
Yeah, I just took off the rad shroud support structural rods, and I'm just explaining to Les about productivity.
So David, if you have ADT, tell me you have ADT, and I will be able to work with you easier. But if you have ADT, which means attention deficit disorder, means you can't focus.
Did you say ADT, Les, or ADD? Just checking. So. So ADT, I think, is an alarm company.
Forget it.
So, okay. So I was going to still talk about productivity. So Les was in the way, sitting there getting the door pins out. So I've kind of moved out just to take some ancillary stuff off the car of things that I could reach until Les was out of the way. Now we'll return to taking the steering column out.
We still got to take this out, the vent. Remember the vent part?
That was your job from yesterday. You forgot. So Les is just working on the fasteners across the bottom of the dash, metal dash, all the way across. And I think there are 2 on the corners, and we'll be able to get that metal dash portion free shortly. We still have some steering wheel clamps to do. We've got the major one done first of all. So we'll continue on. Up front of the car, I've got the hood hinges off, and I've got those strut rad shroud support struts off, and I think that's about as far as we'll go out the front for now. We'll just watch Les struggle back here a little bit.
Struggle my arse. Just give me the right tools.
Okay, Les is now working on the bulkhead steering clamp. There's 2 bolts up there that we need to get undone. We'll take that bracket off. We already done the first one. So this is the second clamp that sits on the little shelf with the bulkhead. And then we've got to take the lock locking mechanism off after we get that bracket out. Okay, just coming up to 7:15 p.m. and we've got the dash out, steering wheel out, harness is still in, heater box is still in. Center console obviously is out with all of the radio apparatus, and you can just see the wiring harness there. Actually, the wiring harness doesn't look to be in too bad a condition, so that'll have to be a decision that Les makes at some point, whether he wants to change that or not. Still, speedo and tack cables need to be pulled through the bulkhead, but other than that, getting pretty close to getting the interior stripped out completely. So, what are we going to do next, Les?
Take this dash off.
Yeah, we're going to take the windscreen brackets off.
And the brackets.
So I think Les got to start on taking that bracket off over there. We're going to take this one over here. We're going to take this bottom remnants of the windscreen off.
The hood lash crap off.
Yeah. So we'll probably be able to finish stripping the interior out the next visit we make, and then we can start taking some components off the engine. Right?
And which of the bolts we take off, Dave, for lifting the car? What ones do we need? Shell off.
He's getting a little ahead of himself. He wants to know
what's going to be oiled up for ahead of time.
Oh, a pre-planning here. Anyway, I'll show Les the bolts that it takes to take the body off the car. Not too many, actually, surprisingly. All right, we'll be back.
Oh no, you won't hold hands with me.